Craig, thanks very much for being with us. Is the infrastructure sufficient to meet in the U.S. and in Europe the demand that is seemingly going to come inevitably from customers who are buying more and more electric cars?
So in the U.S., we're a little bit behind Europe in adoption, but Tesla is obviously the market leader. So Tesla has pockets of problems throughout their network, particularly during peak times of the day. So yes, I would agree. I'd rather pay $6 or $7 a gallon than sit on some of those lines, considering those drivers are going to wait for hours. Europe is ahead of us, and Europe's moving faster. And I think they have a big energy security problem to solve. And one of the ways they can do that is by more aggressively moving on the support of electric vehicles. The best way to do that is to handle range anxiety and address charging infrastructure so it's an easier choice for consumers to say, you know what, gas prices are high. I like the performance of an EV. I like the technology. I want to buy one. And, I think the same thing plays obviously very well here in this country. And, EVs are inevitable. So I think the charging companies are a pretty interesting investment.
Let me turn back to the current state of affairs. How much do people who have electric vehicles, or how often do they charge using one of these public chargers as opposed to using their own home power or the 220 power that they can get?
So it kind of segregates between Tesla drivers and others here in North America and also in Europe as well. So Tesla drivers typically charge about 15% of their electrons on the public network. They'll charge, probably another 10 or 15% at work and the balance at home. The 10 or 15% at work also holds for non-Tesla, but there is no supercharger network. So third parties contribute around 5% of the DC fast charging, and then the balance obviously at home. So home charging is most economic. The others really has convenience as a factor, so you pay for convenience. But there is development and the expectation of fleet's going to really require a lot of fast charging. And, that's one way you can get a chunky amount of vehicles on the road fast is by facilitating fleet adoption.
But you're going to have, but fleet, you're talking about rental cars, truck companies, and so forth, right?
Today, the bigger fleets that are adopting tend to be sort of, you're right, rental cars, really taxi fleets, urban transport.
Yeah, I got it.
Those are the fleets that are moving the fastest right now. Like Revel is a very well-known name in New York City, right? And there's plenty of other companies like this that are seeing really good success. People want to pay for their service, and they need charging.
Yep. All right, Craig, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.